against Noreen Yosia. And the first point goes to Cal Poly. The Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineups will be scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Rainbow Wahine coming in 18-3, 8-2 in the league. You will notice Brooke Van Sickle back in the starting rotation for Hawaii. A net violation called against the Rainbow Wahine. And just like that, C-Mac, it's a quick 2-0 in favor of the Mustangs.
Noreen Yosia with a double contact. That's rare. Noreen Yosia into the net. That's also rare. Not a good start for the Rainbow Wahine. Good start for Cal Poly.
That pass on the money. Yosia goes middle to Amber Igidi. She had two blockers waiting for her. So here come the Mustangs. Quick middle set goes to Meredith Phillips. It's dug up. From the back row, the swing by McKenna Ross goes long. And a point for Cal Poly. The first time these two teams met in California back on October 11th. It was a doomsday type of experience for the Wahine. They had season lows in kills, hitting percentage, assists, and blocks as Cal Poly pulled off the 3-set sweep. This is Maya Dvoracek blasting it off the block, saved by Hannah Helvig. Here's Brooke Van Sickle by the double block. And that was a blistering whack by the junior transfer from Oregon.
It took a long time for Hawaii to notch their first point of the night. Brooke Van Sickle, knee brace and all, finds a way to get it done.
Yeah, still showing some spectacular bounce even with the heavily wrapped knee, which forced her to miss 3 matches a couple of weeks ago. Here is Noreen Yosia, and she misses the floor wide. Yosia had it revved up from behind the service line Friday night in Hawaii's 5-set thriller of a victory over UC Santa Barbara. She had 4 aces, was just 1 kill shy of a triple-double performance. She was just awesome.
Amazing performance.
Mika Dixon with the serve. Hannah Helvig off the bump set. A little too hot to handle for the libero, Dixon. And so Hawaii gets another point.
How much do you think Hannah Helvig's parents showing up from Europe helped her in getting 19 kills on Friday night? Got to be inspirational, right?
For sure. Career high 19. And as that serve is good from Van Sickle, forces Cal Poly out of system. Free chance here for the Bows. Yosia, right side, Helvig, 2 blockers up, and she sends it long. Tried to avoid that block to no avail. So 5 serving 2 here coming up for Cal Poly. The thing about Helvig that made her night so rare was the fact that she got off to such an ice-cold start, was hitting negative numbers through the first set. By the end of the match, the career-high 19 kills, she hit 304.
Amazing.
Van Sickle from the back row. Good save there by Dvoracek. Left side, the touch by Nikki Jackson. She's denied access. And that's Amber Igidi next to Helvig.
That's a pretty good block right there. Helvig taking on the best left side hitter from the other team. And Igidi, just a force up front the way she's blocking these days. She's just incredible. Blocking almost 2 blocks per set.
Ira Hanawahine with the serve. Middle is dinked over by Madeline Mercer. Chance for Hawaii. Here's Helvig by the double block. And down, and that gets a double fist pump from the Stockholm, Sweden native.
A little mustard on that one, didn't she?
That's right. 4 serving 5 here early in set number 1. Again, Cal Poly out of system. It will be Jackson. That doesn't get above the tape, and that's a point for Hawaii. They draw even at 5 apiece. Jackson, a 6'2" senior from Henderson, Nevada, averaging 1.67 kills per set. The strength for this Cal Poly offense, certainly Maya Dvoracek on the opposite pin, but also the middles. They want to pass well so they can set their middles, very similar to what Hawaii wants to accomplish offensively. You'll see it outside to Ross, and she finds that end line, and that is a point for Hawaii. We may have a challenge. It looked for a second like Caroline Walters, the first-year head coach for the Mustangs, was seeking out the challenge card, but she decided to decline on that option.
You're probably at 5-6 in the first set. Not a good idea to use up one of your 3 given challenges.
In the middle, that is Mercer. But the roof was up. Sky Williams saying, ah, ole. And that's now 5 straight points for the Rainbow Wahine.
Mercer, an all Big West pick in 2018. She is solid there. Great blocker as well.
Another good serve by Hana Wahine. Here's Dvoracek from the back row. And you see why she is so difficult to handle. 6'1" sophomore from Truckee, California. And what is amazing about her story is she played a combined 30 sets the previous 2 years and was playing behind Tori Van Winden, who is just one of the all-world talents that Cal Poly boasted the last couple of seasons. But Tori out and has not played this season because of the effects of a 5th concussion suffered late last year. And so that opened the door for Dvoracek, and I don't think anybody expected her to be this much of a force.
I'm not sure she even expected it to be this much of a force. She's now their go-to player. She gets twice as many sets as the next player, and she's getting it done with efficiency.
Outside set, and that's a good-looking swing there by Jessica McCroskey, another senior 6-footer from San Diego, California. She has done the tour in terms of her position standing, converted from outside hitter to defensive specialist, back to outside hitter, and there she is recording a kill. Serve goes long, that time from Mercer. And so Hawaii up 2 here in set number 1. So much of Hawaii's success this season, according to Robin Amo, has relied upon they're just being engaged, right? Being quote-unquote up for the match. There is no excuse for anybody not to be up for this matchup tonight.
Right. Just in case they aren't up, guess what? The crowd will get them up.
You would hope so, for sure. Krosky with another kill there, not for a lack of effort defensively for Hawaii. Rico Aquino going into the signage across the way. She had a career-high 25 digs against UCSB. Here's Van Sickle up the ladder and down the chute it goes.
Brooke looking very sharp early on here. She doesn't seem like there's any side effects from that nagging knee injury.
She has provided a spark off the bench for Hawaii in some of their recent matches. Tonight they're getting that starting call. Outside, there's Dvoracek off the block, kept alive. Now going the other side, the roof is up on Jessica McCroskey. Hawaii able to read along the net very well. It was Van Sickle out there on the pin.
Brooke Van Sickle all by herself out there against the block solo. Smallest player on the court for Hawaii, getting the biggest block.
Came into tonight's match with 33 blocks on the season. Dvoracek, the tip. Good layout save there by Bailey Choi. Van Sickle, another big windup, but it's dug up by Dixon. Dvoracek, does she get a piece of the block? No, misses the floor wide. Another point for the Rainbow Wahine, and they're up a 4 spot, and that forces Caroline Walters to signal for a timeout. The crowd loving the start for Hawaii.
And then she gives like a stare to her partner, and you'll see her like, did we just do that?
4 total team blocks already for this Rainbow Roofing Company. They have punched in for work here to start this match.
Another pass off the net.
McCroskey, layout save there by Ross. Here's Van Sickle off of one leg, and it works anyway.
You know, Van Sickle's a volleyball player. She can do things on broken plays so well. That bump set was way off the net. She had to scramble for it, take off one leg. That was a step-out maneuver. She finds a way to find the deep corner.
And then flashes that gleaming smile to boot.
There you go.
As Aquino sends it into the net. And that ends a run for Hawaii of 6 straight points. And we mentioned how they have turned things around since it was 5-2 Cal Poly to start. There's Leah Unger now going back to serve, 5'6" sophomore from Manhattan Beach, California. Had a career high 14 digs and 2 aces in the first meeting with Hawaii. Floats this one deep. Here's Ijiri, swings and whiffs at it. And that is an unforced error and point for Cal Poly.
That was a great pass by McKenna Ross. Put it right on the money. Rare misconnection between Bailey Choi and Amber Ijiri.
A couple of misconnections in the middle the other night as well. Hawaii was able to steer the ship back on course in that regard. They did go through a couple of rough patches when you came to that setter middle connection. Take a good look at Bailey Choi. She's added so much since transferring over from Utah. There's the connection. That time it was silky smooth.
I was just going to say it'd be a great time to repeat. If the other team will expect you're going to go away from the middle attacker you just misconnected with. Ijiri just buries it.
Remember Ijiri. 10 kills, 9 blocks the other night against UC Santa Barbara. She leads the team with 15 solo stuffs on the year. You'll see it with the serve. Good pass there by Jackson. She gets the set on the outside, is blocked back, saved by Dixon. And Dvoracek able to settle things on the opposite position. What do you think makes her so turn the call is the question. There is. Dixon Chun said that was in fact in.
He made the right call.
And so a good challenge there by Robin Amo in her 3rd season. Logged her 57th victory as Rainbow Wahine head coach the other night.
Big difference between 16-12 and 17-11.
You're right. Doesn't necessarily mathematically seem like much, but psychologically, especially against a team like Cal Poly, it certainly does. Dvoracek. Aquino was in position, but that one came in with some velocity.
And she brings some major heat. This is a case where Helvig might need to move over to the left and block Dvoracek.
And here she is, that jump serve handled well by Aquino. The set goes to Helvig, a little off balance, got the fingertips of the block. Dvoracek from the back row, roll shot, diving save, Yosia over the net, saved by Van Sickle. Ross through the block and down. That was forceful from the senior McKenna Ross.
She's challenging a 6'3" and 6'2" block. McKenna Ross just fearless up there, challenging that big block.
I think she feels like she has a certain vendetta against Cal Poly. Hit negative 214 in that match in California.
Yeah, she really struggled up there.
Good serve there. Welcome back. HMSA's dental plan is all about winning smiles, and it's so much easier to flash the smile when you are winning. That's why we've seen a few more on the Hawaii side of the net so far, C-Mac.
You know, Kanoa, you mentioned earlier how Hawaii lost every statistical battle the last time these two played. Guess what's happening now? Hawaii's winning the kill percentage battle, 421 to negative 077, and they're winning the blocking, and they're winning the digging.
Turned back Dvoracek again there. Jackson blocked back. Hawaii impenetrable at the net at the moment. Jackson this time tools the block. But again, the Rainbow Wahine looming large above the tape here in set 1.
I think impenetrable was the best way to put it until that last shot.
That's right.
Hawaii just would not let the ball cross the net.
So here is Jackson. Has played sparingly throughout her career, but inheriting a larger role here in 2019. Sky Williams in the middle. That's dug up by Jackson. Oh, a little mix up there on the second touch. No violation there according to the officials. Helvig caught the fingertips of the block. Chased down on the second touch by Dvoracek. Free chance here for the Bows. You'll see a right side. Helvig, no blockers up. And she just soft touches it to the floor. So Robin Amo relents from her argument with Dixon Chun, thinking all's well that ends well on the point.
Yeah, no need to argue about that. It looks like
it did look like it hit both those players.
Exactly.
is Dixon and the setter Avalon Denekashe. 20 serving 13 here in set one. Dvoracek from the back row tried to slice it cross court. Good dig there by Choi. Ross off the bump set. And Rossi's got flowing right now. Third kill on her 6th attempt for McKenna Ross, and this is the largest lead for Hawaii in set one.
When Rossi goes up, she's facing a huge block. That time they took her line because they know she likes to go line. And she says, okay, fine, I'll go cross court, and she gets the kill.
McCroskey rattled around on the Hawaii side of the net and two-handed over. So chance here for the Mustangs. They go to Dvoracek from the back row. And there is no getting by that Hawaii block. That may not have gotten over the tape anyway, but Sky Williams in perfect position.
Yeah, and Hawaii in a broken play put the ball over to the right person. They put it to Denekashe so she could not set the next ball.
22 serving 13. Outside, McCroskey off the block. Two-hand punch saved by Van Sickle. Ross tight to the net. Nice pinball action at the twine. As Ross goes off the block, it's kept alive by Dvoracek. Oh, that quick set outside, a little too low for McCroskey, so Hawaii with the advantage. Here's Yosia, the touch shot. Diving save by Dixon back over. Sky Williams in the middle, pounds it off the forearms of Mercer. Dixon bumps, sets, Dvoracek blocked back. Taking a stab at it is McCroskey. And she misses the floor wide. Is there a touch? No touch. And Hawaii wins a marathon sequence.
I'll tell you, Cano, this has got to give Hawaii all kinds of confidence playing against this Cal Poly team, because when they went to Cal Poly and played at Mott Arena, they had all kinds of problems all night long, whether it was the crowd or just their stagnant play. All of a sudden now they're playing just the opposite.
Denekashe by the double block with some heat. As Aquino tried to conjure up the rolling save, Dvoracek give her now 4 kills on 15 swings. So you don't ever stop Maya Dvoracek. She's right there at her season kill average. But holding her to $133, you're at least containing her to a degree.
Exactly.
Right side, here's Ross. The block was late in forming. It's a net violation called against the Mustangs. And looky here, Hawaii up double digits in set one, and they'll serve for Aloha ball.
McCroskey got sort of tangled up in the twine. Caroline Walters has got to be a little shocked that the team is down by 10, but this is a good Cal Poly team. They're not going to run away and hide, I'll tell you that.
As evidence there on the perfect slide execution of Meredith Phillips. Phillips had 8 kills, hit 429 to go along with 4 blocks in the first meeting with the Rainbow Wahine.
Great wide slide all the way out to the antenna. Terrific set from Denekashe.
Here's Denekashe on the serve. Good pass there, Aquino. Outside, Van Sickle up on springs and pounds it home for the final punctuation mark to end an impressive performance in set number 1. Hawaii declares themselves ready for battle here in one of the biggest matches of the season, taking set 1, 25-15. Paulie hadn't seen her yet prior to that first set, and Brooke Van Sickle taking advantage. Come and visit the new Spectrum store at Pearl Highlands Center above Sam's Club. Learn about Spectrum Mobile and get the best devices, latest technology, and coolest accessories. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8, Sundays, 10 to 6. So Hawaii wins in demonstrative fashion in the first frame. But this is not one of those opponents where you can start thinking, okay, this is going to be a cakewalk the rest of the way. This is Cal Poly.
The worst thing Hawaii can do is put it in cruise control right now, Canoa. This is a very good Cal Poly team. They wouldn't be on top of the league if they were not a really, really good team.
Maureen Yosia will get the serving started here in set 2. And it's a pretty good one, handled well by Jackson. Dvoracek from the opposite side is dug up by Yosia. Bump set cross court goes to Helvig, dug up by Dvoracek, tight to the net. Dvorak will just touch it over. Helvig sniffs it out. Oh, that one over the tape, though. And it is dunked down by Meredith Phillips. So a missed opportunity there for Hawaii, close to the twine.
Good control tap down that time by Phillips. She could have easily followed through to the cable.
You'll see a high and away to Helvig, blocked back, the cover by Van Sickle. And Okino just has to send it over on a free ball. Dvorak against a solo blocker in the form of Helvig, and she just gobbles her up.
And this is like a Xerox copy of the first set. Cal Poly jumping out to an early lead. First set, they went out 3-0 before Hawaii could score.
Hawaii trailed 5-2 in that first frame. Ended up winning 25-15. Van Sickle drifting, goes off the block, saved by Dvorak. So the setup to Jackson, over the double block, save there, Okino. Helvig, cross court, how about the layout to keep it alive by Unger. Touched over by Jackson. Hawaii now in transition. Back bump set goes to Hana. Off the high hands and down. It lingered for a moment and it looked as though Mika Dixon might be able to get under it, but unable to.
Highlight of that rally right there, Leah Unger's dig. Wow, she kept the ball on her own side of the net. Kept Cal Poly in the rally until Helvig does a nice little high hand shot.
There's going to be a free ball here coming back for Hawaii. Van Sickle on her knees receives it. Ross comes swooping in. And Hawaii evens things up at 2 apiece. Kenna Ross now 5 kills, just 1 error, hitting .444, C-Mac.
Wow. Big difference from hitting negative last time she was at Cal Poly.
Van Sickle into the twine. I think that's one of the things you could look at if you're Hawaii is, hey, look, we clearly got our clocks cleaned at Mott Gym, but there really was nowhere to go but up, right? Season lows across the board through just about every category. And so they knew they were at least going to get a better effort than that. Certainly set 1 proved to be a much better effort. All right, the dump shot sniffed out there by Okino. Igidi in the middle off the block. Good one-hand save by Dvorak. Jackson. That may have been an out ball played by Yosia. And so Helvig 2 hands it across. Mustangs with the advantage. Jackson the swing. Tried to get cute with it. Couldn't get it past the net.
Jackson saw 2 blockers up. She tried to do a little roll shot there. Just hit it too low.
Cal Poly hit negative 0-26 in that first set. And mind you, they're coming off of a sweep victory against CSUN on Tuesday, where they hit a season best 4-11 as a team. Good save there by Van Sickle, but Yosia crosses that bottom line, trying to get to that second touch. So 4 serving 3 here in set number 2, and it's Nikki Jackson back behind the service line. Sky Williams in the middle. Went wrist away for the point.
It was a great wrist away, but you know what? Rico Kino is just passing dimes tonight. Right on the money. Watch this pass. Good form. You'll see it did not move an inch to set that ball. Sky Williams there quickly.
Yeah,
put it down.
That's a good call on your part, pointing out the effort of Rico Okino as of late. Playing her best volleyball of her Hawaii career.
How about the 25 digs on Friday night? Unbelievable.
That's a season high for anybody in a Rainbow Wahine uniform this season. Back row set goes to Van Sickle, takes a little something off of it. Oh, the pass was tight to the net, though. We got a joust above the tape. Played off of that by Yosia. Set outside a little too close for Ross. Got a little ping pong match there at the top of the tape. Dug up by Choi back over to the Mustang side. Dvorak the swing through the block. One hand layout save Van Sickle. Here's Ross winding up and unleashes it deep and long.
Brooke Van Sickle here making a nice one-handed save to keep the rally alive. And then at the end, Ross just missing long on her attack.
Mercer goes into the net. These are the top 2 service ace teams In the Big West Conference, you have Cal Poly averaging just under 2 aces per set. That's tops in the league. That's actually 6th coming into the week nationally.
They've got 155 aces on the year. That's a lot of aces.
Hawaii on the other side with 1.3 aces per set. But I mean, that just tells you the discrepancy. Cal Poly is way out in front in this conference when it comes to the ability to score from the service line.
When we asked Carolyn Walters, what's the key tonight? She said, oh, serve and pass.
Bad pass there by Van Sickle. And so the advantage here to Cal Poly. Denekashe goes outside, the touch by McCroskey. Good save, one-hand style by Choi. Another free chance, though, for the Mustangs. They go middle to Phillips, and she goes off.
One thing now I think Robin's got to do is be very careful how she uses her third and final challenge.
Rika Okino will serve. Here's Dvoracek down the line. That was a heavy-handed swing. Maya Dvoracek coming off of a match Sunday against Tuesday, I should say, against CSUN. 20 kills, hit .532. The first time around against the Bows, she had 16 put-downs, hitting .323, a 3-time Conference Player of the Week this year, in really her first season of any legitimate action.
Well, she comes from the Tahoe area, and actually her first sport was skiing, alpine skiing. Her brother's with the Utah skiing team.
That's right.
So it kind of runs in the family. But, you know, she's a double black diamond kind of a skier who is fearless. She is fearless. She'll go down any hill, and she'll attack any block from the back, in the front.
I'm more of a bunny slope kind of guy. What about you?
I am too. I am too.
Here's, you'll see a 7 serving 7. That tickle to take. Dvoracek. Block didn't form for Hawaii. And you better have that thing locked in place when Maya Dvoracek comes swinging in your area.
I'm a little surprised that Igidi got stuck and was late getting out there. She's got quick feet, good laterally. Normally she does get out to the outside, and that ball is set from the Cal Poly side. It's a pretty good chance that Dvoracek is going to get the set.
Igidi, meanwhile, roofed in the middle. That was Madeline Mercer getting the gist of that one. She's second on the team in blocks. Had an 11-block match last season against the University of Hawaii. That is 2 off of the single match mark in Cal Poly history. Van Sickle tried to touch it deep. Good save there by Dixon. Tight to the net. The one-hand set to Mercer. And right now it's Cal Poly finding ways, whether ad-libbing, improvising, finding ways to score, and they've opened up a 3-point advantage.
They look a little hungrier this set.
Serve goes long, though, and that helps the Rainbow Wahine, certainly. 4th service error for Cal Poly. That matches Hawaii's output in that category. No service aces to report just yet as Brooke Van Sickle repositions herself behind the service line.
Mika Dixon had a nice run there. She usually scores point when it's her rotation to serve. She's got 23 aces on the year. Number 3 on the team.
Here's Dvoracek right through that block, and they are moving right now. Maya Dvoracek. It's batting practice right now on that opposite pin.
And what a set from Denekashe. Going one way, comes back the other. Against the grain, beautiful set.
Oh, the serve goes long. As Maya Dvoracek, as mentioned, one of the tops in the country. In fact, 5th nationally in aces coming into this week. 49 on the year. You got to get them in. Earlier in the season, Caroline Walters saying, hey, look, our approach was just grip it and rip it. She says that as some of the errors started to mount, she started to get a little too precise with it, or at least tried to get too precise with it, and that would cause more errors as Ross commits the hitting error, giving Cal Poly the point. And so they've had to sort of adjust a little bit the Maya Dvoracek approach at the service line.
Let's see if the pancake is good. Oh, no, that pancake was not good. I guarantee you the challenge card would have come out had Cal Poly lost that rally.
As it stands, Cal Poly up 3. Van Sickle puts the pass on the money. Here's Helvig. 2-hand save there by Jackson. And a free ball coming for Hawaii. Can they cash in here? You'll see Goes back to Helvig, cross court and wide. And that's a point for the Mustangs. And they're now up 4, and you start to hear some moans and gasps from this Stan Sheriff Center crowd.
Question is, will Robin Amo wait till the 15-point automatic timeout, or will she use one of her 2 timeouts?
Lucia outside, here's Ross. Ross has been taking some very confident swings here in recent weeks.
I like the high swing she took here. She knows she's got a big block she's going up against. She knows she's going to swing high, go for the high hands, or go inside the block and deep.
Well, you hit 414 in set 1. Right now in set 2, they're at 0.56. Gonna have to lift that up a little bit. Here's McCroskey from off the net, tools the block. And Hawaii's block not nearly as effective as it was in the first frame.
In the first frame, I think a lot of it has to do with Cal Poly adjusting their shots. They're hitting off the edges of blocks rather than hitting into the block. I think they're just taking smarter shots.
Serve goes long by Madeline Mercer. But can Hawaii close this gap of about 3, about where it's been here over the last few sequences? It is Riley Wagner in and back to serve, the freshman from Dublin, Ohio. Good pass there, middle set. That is Phillips off the block and out. And so Cal Poly first to 15, trying to flip the script here in set number 2. Here is Okino with the serve. Dixon the first touch. They go middle set, it's Phillips, and she crushes it. Meredith Phillips averaging 1.78 kills per set, hitting 299 on the year.
What a gorgeous set from Avalon to Nekashe. Right on the money. Those two, a seamless connection right there. Phillips just bearing it. She was a Big West All-Frosh team a year ago.
Yeah, she was on the All-Frosh team. Nekashe was a co-freshman of the year in the conference. And so right now those super softs are putting their fingerprints figuratively and literally all over this second set as Phillips gives Cal Poly its largest lead of set 2. Choi high balls it to Van Sickle. And that is kill number 8 for Brooke C-Mac.
Just having an amazing match so far. 8 kills, 14 tries, no errors, hitting 571. Those are Kanoa Leahy type numbers.
Also has 6 digs. And here is Noreen Yosia. Let's see if she can put together one of those runs at the service line. Great serve, but a good first touch there by Jackson. The dink by Dvoracek finds the floor. So she has just been rearing back and blasting the ball throughout the entire match. Right there, she pulls the string and places it perfectly.
9 kills for her. She's having a great match as well, hitting 304.
Timeout Hawaii. And ironically, no aces yet in this match.
This is their number 3 acer right here.
Yosia goes to Van Sickle in the middle, and that was a little wrinkle there out of the timeout for the Bows.
A little crossing play.
Saw one of those audibleized on Friday by Bailey Choi.
And you'll see teams starting to do that more and more as the season gets longer because there's so much videotape on all the other sets.
Nekashe It was only Ross there on that outside position to try to block her, and that's
it's not a fair fight.
That is tough. That is a tall assignment, literally. 10 kills now for Dvoracek.
Dvoracek, she's the real deal.
Yeah. And Ross handles that hot serve, though. She gets the set on the outside. Was a little low. She got blocked back. Hawaii now going the other way to Helvig. Her dink shot finds the floor. There's just a little bit of sharpness that was there in set one for Hawaii that isn't quite materializing here in set number two. A lot of that has to do with how sharp Cal Poly has been able to prove to be here in this second set.
Exactly, no question. Much better offensively.
Outside, that set a little off the mark, and so Jackson sends it into the net. And just as we're talking about the crispness, that time it wasn't on point. So Hawaii within three. Kyra Hanawahine getting ready to serve.
Let's see if Hannah Helvig moves over to block Dvoracek here. And she stays.
How about that? The first ace of the match, and that thing fell off of a table. Hawaii within two. Cal Poly signals for a timeout. 5'2" Kyra Hanawahine with her 12th ace of the season.
Little Swahine with the biggest and first ace of the night. You're right, Kunal. The bottom just dropped out.
Good luck. A gravity ball there by Hanawahine. One of the triumvirate of Oregon transfers, along with Van Sickle and Jolie Rasmussen, who remains out after injuring her ankle in the 7th match of the season. And so the questions continue to mount on when her return may be. Hey, let's check in with Ryan. He's got some VIPs in the house with him.
Hey, thanks, Kunal. Well, we got some very important people here in the stand, traveling all the way from Sweden. Of course, we're talking to the Helvigs. We're going to start off with you, Dad Anders. What has it been like for you to see your daughter play here and be in this environment at the Sanchez Center?
I think we've been watching every game on TV, but coming here is something special. The atmosphere of the arena, the crowd going crazy, it's something different. It's really, really cool.
I want to talk to Mom Charlotte now. What has we know Angelica Lundqvist is on the coaching staff. How great has it been to have someone from back home to be kind of a mentor for Hannah?
Yeah, it's really nice to have her here. It feels I'm calm to have her here, and I know that she will take care of Hannah so much, so I'm happy.
Yeah, and do you want to play here one day? Could you see yourself playing here as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if the team is as good as it is now, I would absolutely like to come here someday.
Well, we hope to see a lot more of you guys in the next 4 years. We'll send it back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. I'm not sure if there was a recruiting violation in that interview somewhere, but Ryan putting in work. Here's the middle set to Madeline Mercer. Out of the timeout, Cal Poly gets the side out. They have been side outing at a very high clip.
The last time out, they were siding out at 92%. Normally, if you do 70%, you're doing well. That's what Hawaii's siding out at right now. But 92 is crazy. Cal Poly turning their offense around.
Ross has to chase down the second touch. Free ball coming the way of the Mustangs. The Nekashe sends it outside to McCroskey. And dug up by Van Sickle. Bump set to Helvig off the fingertips of the block. And the dink shot by Dvoracek. Diving save over the net by Okino. Middle set goes to Mercer. And she delivers another point for the Mustangs. So Hawaii got within two. Started sensing that the crowd was once again getting involved, and Cal Poly calls for a timeout, scores two quick ones out of that break, and Hawaii once again reeling a little bit here in the late stage of set two.
Robin Moe talking to Sky Williams there about jumping out on her block.
Conference championship and at-large into the NCAA tournament, and so these next two matches for Caroline Walters' team, they're huge.
Yeah, they're really big. I'm sure she's told her team knows it. The last thing that Caroline Walters said to us, or no, actually their SID told us was, it'd be great if this is a 3-bid conference this year.
Has the chance, as you'll see his touch shot slowly matriculates down to the Terraflex. Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty spectacular in what has long been observed as a one-team conference. For there to even be the discussion of possibly getting 2, maybe 3 teams into the NCAA tournament, it tells you just how far the Big West Conference has come. Dvorak, that one didn't get over the tape, and that's a point for Hawaii. And they are within 1. How about the swings in this game? Just when you thought Cal Poly had a stranglehold, Hawaii surges back to within a digit, and a timeout signaled by the Mustangs.
This is a game of momentum. Nobody ever denied that it wasn't, but clearly momentum has swung back to the side of the Rainbow Wahine. There you see Caroline Walters, a great player in her own right at Santa Clara. She, number 2 all-time WCC digger, number 1 all-time Santa Clara digger. So she knows how to play that back row.
That's right, and enjoying the transition in her first season as a head coach. Let's check in with Ryan.
Well, one of the things that Cal Poly is shocking on their sideline is saying they have to continue to pass the ball on the net. They would like their setter to be much more aggressive offensively, allowing her to dump balls. So look for them to maybe do a job of passing that ball tighter in the net and getting her more involved actively on that second touch. For Hawaii, Robin Amo taking a lot of time talking to her wing blockers, specifically Ross and Vansico, about their hand positioning, saying, hey, delay on the right side block because of the fact that you guys are undersized. You can't jump at the same time that the hitters are jumping. Delay a little and try to get a touch. They're trying to slow down the blocking on that right side. Back over to you guys.
Thoughts on some of that info, C-Mac?
Yeah, I agree. I think that if Cal Poly pass the ball closer to the net when Denekashe's in the front row, it'll allow her to attack the ball more often. And remember, she's a 6'2" setter who can hold her own, more than hold her own up front. She's hitting 267 on the year, which is a good number. So I think it's a good idea. And right now, Denekashe is in the front row. We'll see if they pass it up close for her.
This set 2 very much up for grabs suddenly. With Bailey Choi getting ready to serve. Largest lead in set 2 was 5 for Cal Poly. Good pass there. And they go slide to Mercer. That's dug up by Okino. Ross cross court and wide. No touch at the net. And so a hitting error gives Cal Poly a 2-point advantage.
Rossi just doing too much avoidance of that big block. I think a high hand shot might have been a smarter play, or a deep roll shot down the line.
Substitution here on the serve as reserve setter Jordan Amoy, a freshman from Temecula, California. A one-time top 100 recruit by PrepVolleyball.com sends it across. Hawaii needs it. Yosia is dug up by Dvorak. Jump set in the middle. An awkward set there by Denekashe. No call. Nothing awkward about that as Sky Williams pulverizes that middle set.
Oh, and nobody celebrates better than Sky. That smile that lights up a room.
Sky Williams, second kill for her in her 4th attempt. See what she did the other night against UCSB.
Wise back row wing digger. See how close they're playing up that 3-meter line. They're aware that Denekashe might dump the ball over the net at any time.
Outside, the set goes to McCroskey. She's blocked back. Dvorak will get a swing out of it, and she hammers it off the Hawaii block and out. What a dangerous weapon she is for this Mustang squad.
She's like Cal Poly's version of Rado Parapunov.
That is a pretty darn accurate comparison, I'd say. It doesn't matter where she is on the floor, seemingly.
Yeah.
Here's Yosia, blocked and roofed. Cal Poly's Phillips and McCroskey joining forces to send that one back, and they are looking to tie this match up at 1 set apiece. Aloha ball for set 2. The serve by Denekashe. Two-hand pass, Van Sickle. Right side, here's Yosia, cross court, and in. So it's not Pau yet. Rika Okino getting ready to serve.
And you'll see it just as uncanny about the way she sees the block. She saw the middle blocker was late getting out there, so she chooses the cross-court shot right in the seam.
Here's Okino. Got to get it in. She does. Good pass there by Dixon. Dvorak is dug up by Choi. High ball bump set, Van Sickle, blocked and roofed. How about Meredith Phillips? 3 kills in the match. That is her 3rd block, and they have come at timely moments as Cal Poly draws even with Hawaii in the match. 1 set apiece. Get comfy, folks. It's going to be a competitive one.
Even I'm surprised Cal Poly does not have any aces at all. Such a good serving team. I expect that they may sneak some in here in the next couple of sets. We'll see. But we're in for a great battle. I'm telling you, Dvorak, she is the real deal. Their version of Rado Parapunov. Big left-handed swing. She goes cross court. She goes line. She hits from the back row. She hits from the front row. And so far, she's got 11 kills, hitting 286. And Meredith Phillips, well, how about her in the blocking? They've got 4 blocks so far. She's been in on 3 of them. She's got 1 block solo as well. She is really good.
Well, back inside the SSC Kanoa next to Chris McLaughlin. So, C-Mac, how does Hawaii get back on track here in set 3?
I think you just got to pass the ball better. I think you got to get to the middles more. Normally hit around 25% of the sets.
Well, that's a good start as Amber Igidi strikes first in set 3, and it's the first time tonight that Hawaii has scored the opening point of a set.
And Amber Igidi was hitting negative up until that point. She has 1 kill, 2 errors. Now she's flatlining it.
And here is Noreen Yosia to serve. It's a good one, but a strong pass there by Dixon. Dvorak through the block and down. Well, that right now is the puzzle that Hawaii is trying to solve. Maya Dvorak, 12 kills now, hitting upwards of 300. And she has just had her way, really, since the start of set 2.
Yeah, she's just so powerful. Has so many angles, such a good player. Here's another little crossing play by Hawaii.
Played up by Dvorak off the ricochet. Jackson is dug up. Here's Helvig. Block got a good piece of that one. So Mustangs bringing it back. Dvorak down the line. And that time went across her body a little too far. Missed it wide, and Hawaii gets the point.
She didn't miss by much, I'll tell you.
4th hitting error for Maya Dvorak. Here's Brooke Van Sickle with the serve. They go middle, and that's Mercer dug up by Van Sickle. High ball outside Ross, the dink! Finds the floor, and a little insult to injury as Denekashe went diving for the save, and then Nikki Jackson inadvertently kicked the ball into her grill. Checking to make sure that
Denekashe is fine.
Setter is okay.
She's a tough athlete. There's the kick right there. Boom.
Ooh. So Hawaii up 3-1. Outside it goes to Jackson, blocked back by Ross. They go the other side. Dvorak. Yes. It's like clockwork right now.
It's a Dvorak puzzle that Hawaii has not quite figured out. She's like the most difficult Sudoku you can find.
She's New York Times level crossword puzzle.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. On a Friday or Saturday. Monday and Tuesday, not too bad.
Maybe you have a shot.
Well, one of the saving graces for Hawaii has been that to this point, Dvorak hasn't quite been calibrated from the service line. But that can change in an instant. How about that serve by Hanawahine? Back row set, Dvorak off the block and out. They're waiting for her. It seems as though the blockers, for the most part, are timing her okay. She's just hitting through or around the block.
I like the way Denekashe called a different place for Dvorak to hit the ball, hitting out of back middle as opposed to back right, just to throw a different wrinkle into their offense.
Good pass there by Brooke. Oh, they twist to Helvig in the middle, and she gets the point for the Rainbow Wahine. They're up 5-3.
See, Helbig coming out of the game right now. There's a reason why she's playing where she is. She's playing in one of the center spots, so she's playing right side. So she comes out when one of the centers comes in, Bailey Choi comes in for her. What you're missing, what you're giving up though, is Helbig hitting out of the back row. She's normally very effective.
They go step out, and that is Mercer plugging it through that Hawaii block. Well, they wanted to work the middles. That was certainly part of the game plan, and to this point, Mercer and Phillips, when they have had the opportunity, they have been effective. Mercer now with 5 kills, Phillips with 3, and they've also been felt in the blocking game. Here's Yosia on the outside, tools the block. She has an uncanny ability to do that.
Yeah, she has such great peripheral vision. She's creative. She knows to work the edges. And she's uncanny, as you say, in getting side outs for the Rainbow Heat as a hitter.
See 3 kills, already double figures in assists, close to double figures in digs. Great serve there by Ross. Outside, the second to McCroskey. Rolling save there by Choi. Got there in just the nick of time. Big swing by Phillips, but a bigger roof by Sky Williams.
Oh, it was a great set from Denekashe. Phillips took a mighty swing. That was as good a swing as I've seen her take all year.
And without Kylie Miller, 5'11" senior transfer from UCLA, started the beginning of the season at the